Hi everyone, Petrik here. Today's video will be SFF Spotlight episode number 99. So yeah, just one more episode. The next episode of SFF Spotlight will be episode number 100. That will happen in the month of December. That will probably be the last SFF Spotlight episode of the year. And I just want to say thank you so much to all of you who keeps on tuning in to this section on my YouTube channel. It means a lot to me. And today I have about 11 or 12 topics that I wanted to cover to spotlight in today's video, and I hope many of you will enjoy this. And if this is the first time you're watching this video, this section on my YouTube channel, this is a series of videos where I usually spotlight new book announcement, new Kickstarter campaign, new special edition, and also pretty much everything that I wanted covering adult science fiction and fantasy genres, including manga and sometimes film as well. But let's get started. For today's video, I want to start by spotlighting Kickstarter campaign first, because I have two Kickstarter campaign that I want to spotlight. The first one, this will be also the sponsor of today's video and also my longtime friend, and this is from the people at Wraithmarked. Yeah, the people at Wraithmarked continue to make great books, great and beautiful looking books, and this one is another one that is about to end really soon. The Kickstarter campaign for this is about to end really soon. This is about Labyrinth Volume 0. This is being produced by Wraithmarked in collaboration with Hello Future Me, team from Hello Future Me. So what's Labyrinth is about? Labyrinth is a collection of fantasy and science fiction stories broadly themed around fantastical creatures we all know and love. Dragons, dire wolves, eldritch beasts, or maybe jellyfish that spreads aurora through the sky. All of them. There are a lot of other kind of stories too, all intertwined with custom art commission to make the project beautiful. And as you can tell from the cover art and also the end paper artwork, the absolutely colorful cover art is done by Thompson, and then the end paper artwork, it is illustrated by Erica Williams and also Syd Mills. Some of you might know Syd Mills for their work on Blood Over Brighthaven cover art by Wraithmarked as well. As you can probably expect from Wraithmarked, this will be done with a high production value, Smithson binding, acid-free paper, and also all-around great production at a relatively affordable price. Many great authors such as Ryan Cahill and also M.L. Wang and also of course Bryce O'Connor have decided to contribute their stories, their titles to this anthology as well, and I look forward to getting myself a copy of this anthology. To check out Labyrinth Volume 0, please do check out the link in the description down below. Thank you so much to Wraithmarked for sponsoring today's video. But moving on to the second Kickstarter campaign, this is ongoing right now and fully funded already. This is another anthology, and this is for the Book of Spores, being edited and also hosted by Fanfire Dick or Adrian M. Gibson, featuring a cover art by Jeff Brown and also end paper artwork by Patricia Gutierrez. These two artists are artists that I work with a lot when I work for The Broken Binding as an art director, and I'm really glad to see how this one turns out. The cover design is being done by Adrian M. Gibson, and I look forward to reading the stories inside this anthology. But congratulations to Fanfire Dick and also to Adrian Gibson for this, for the success of this Kickstarter campaign. But talking about Jeff Brown and also Patricia Gutierrez, I want to spotlight one special edition. Well, they're not involved in the special edition, but there's only one special edition that I want to spotlight in today's video, and this is for the next fantasy subscription from The Broken Binding. So this is for the month of January until the month of March 2026. This one is for the Drowning Empire trilogy by Andrea Stewart, consisting of the Bone Shard Daughter, the Bone Shard Emperor, and finally the Bone Shard War. This project took plenty of months to actually finish, but I'm really glad with how everything for this one turns out. Me and also my co-art director Eon worked really hard on this project. The dust jacket is being illustrated by one of my top favorite artists, and it is Danlin Zhang, who worked with me on Blood Over Brighthaven cover art. I'm really glad that Danlin, I'm really glad that she has some time to work on the dust jacket of this edition of this Drowning Empire trilogy, and I think all of them turned out absolutely beautiful. I love the typography design as well. I work on this one together with Rachel St. Clair, and the board artwork, all 3 PLC, all of them are done by Patsy Lascano, and the end paper, it is done, all 6 of them being done in Chinese mural style. All of them are illustrated by Aileen Kai Hin Kwan, and I'm really happy with how everything turned out. Plus, there are several interior artwork, black and white, done by Amita S as well. That's including a collectible trading card. So yeah, it's an all-out production, and I hope many of you will be thrilled with getting these books. I really cannot wait to see how this one will turns out. I think although this looks beautiful already, I think they will look even better in person. As for the books, my personal favorite is actually the Bone Shard Daughter. The Bone Shard Emperor was good, and also the Bone Shard War was good. Not as good as the previous two. I think it was the weakest of the trilogy, despite having a very satisfying ending for me. But overall, my favorite is still the Bone Shard Daughter. It is such a great fantasy debut in my opinion. But yeah, moving on. Let's talk about new book announcement. We have 5 to spotlight today, and the first one is something I'm incredibly excited about. This is one of my most anticipated books of 2026. And speaking of most anticipated books, I'll be posting that video either this week or probably next week. My list of most anticipated books of 2026. But for this one, and you will see this one as well, this is for The Last Contract of Isako by Fonda. So yeah, this one has been pitched as John Wick in space, and I'm so excited about this standalone novel. I think many of you who follow my Goodreads and also my YouTube content, you know that I consider the Green Bone Saga to be the best completed trilogy of all time, in my opinion, at my #1 spot. It is practically up there together with the Mistborn trilogy, or maybe even better, even though I will always hold Mistborn trilogy as the most special trilogy for me, because it is the series that sparked my love for reading fantasy novels. But anyway, back to topic. This is a standalone sci-fi or space opera novel being written by Fonda, and I cannot wait to read this one as early as possible. Once I have the advanced reading copy, I'm diving into it instantly. No question about that. But the cover art, it is done by Thomas Walker, who also did the new paperback edition of the Green Bone Saga. So yeah, it looks beautiful. Looking forward to reading this one. And this is being released on May 2026. And moving on to the next topic, this one is again a cover reveal of a new book announcement for the Tapestry of Fate by Shannon Chakraborty, with the cover art, absolutely beautiful cover art by Ivan Belikov, who also did many Samantha Shannon's books, and also, of course, the first book in this series, The Adventures of Amina al-Sirafi. This, just like The Last Contract of Isako, is being released on May 2026 as well. So yeah, that's packed already. Two anticipated books being released on the same month. I really enjoyed Adventures of Amina Sirafi. I think I gave it a 7 or maybe 8 out of 10, 3.5 or 4 stars. It's been a while since I read Adventures of Amina al-Sirafi, so I don't know whether I should reread that before I dive into the Tapestry of Fate. But yeah, the cover art, as you can probably tell here, all of it retained the iconic and distinct style of Ivan Belikov's artwork. And yeah, I look forward to reading it. Hopefully this one will be even better compared to the Adventures of Amina al-Sirafi. In the cover art of the first book, we have a kraken in the cover art, and this time we have a giant eagle. And yeah, that's exciting. And also, this news just came, and I want to spotlight this one. This is for the cover reveal and the book announcement for A Dance of Burning Blades by M.H. Ayinde. And yeah, this is the sequel to A Song of Legends Lost, an epic fantasy debut that I enjoyed reading this year. Now, lately, it's kind of rare to get an epic fantasy of this kind of scope being published in traditional publishing, and I'm really happy that M.H. Ayinde and Orbit Books decided to publish this series. And I look forward to reading A Dance of Burning Blades. This cover art, just like the first book, is being illustrated by Richard Anderson, or Flaptraps, who I always want to work with, but haven't got a chance to. Hopefully, Richard Anderson, if you're watching this video, hopefully we get to work together someday. And as far as cover art goes, this cover art looks absolutely badass. And yeah, this is going to be released on April 2026 in the UK, and then in the US at, I think, June 2026. And the next book that I want to spotlight, this is for a new book by Brandon Sanderson, written together with Peter Orullian. This one is being released on June 2026. So this is Song of the Dead. And yeah, the cover art looks beautiful, although for the typography, I probably will go to another direction. But anyway, the cover art is done by Oliver Barrett, who did Anji Kills the King cover art. And I don't know too much about this one besides the premise that has been mentioned by Brandon Sanderson. So we'll see. I haven't read anything by Peter Orullian as well, so we'll see whether this one turns out good or not. I'm always a bit wary about books that is written, co-written with another author, but sometimes they could work nicely. For example, The Expanse by James S. Corey, written by Daniel Abraham and also Ty Frank. That one is a great one, great series. But yeah, looking forward to reading this. And then, speaking of Brandon Sanderson, there's another book that I want to spotlight. This is just a new cover reveal for a new paperback edition of Warbreaker with a cover art by Dando Santos. So Dando Santos, well, he is one of the best character-focused illustrator, in my opinion. And he has done a lot of gorgeous artwork for Warbreaker, whether the leatherbound edition or maybe for the Stormlight archive as well. He has been involved in a lot of Cosmere books, and this time, well, he is being brought back by Isaac Stewart to do a new cover art of Vivenna and Ciri for a new paperback edition of Warbreaker. I think it's a beautiful cover art. It's so cool to see Nightblood being put at the center of the front cover, and it works as a contrast to the entirety of the composition. I think it's great, and yeah, the hair color, everything about it is important to Warbreaker. It is one of my favorite standalone novels. Really, I love Warbreaker, The Emperor's Soul. I think Brandon Sanderson has written plenty of great standalone novel. But the last book announcement that I want to spotlight, this is not for a book being released in 2026. This is for a book being released in 2027. So this is for a new book by Christopher Ruocchio, the author behind the Sun Eater series, one of my top favorite series of all time. And this is for the first book in the Doom Song Saga trilogy. I think this one is slated to be a trilogy, but this is a Greek-inspired epic fantasy. Yeah. So this time, Christopher Ruocchio is not writing a technically space opera or sci-fi series as well, even though I always consider the Sun Eater to be science fantasy rather than absolute sci-fi. But I have always wanted to read an epic fantasy novels written by Christopher Ruocchio, and I'm really glad that the Godstained House will be that title. Yeah, this is being released in 2027, and the cover art is supposed to be illustrated by Jamie Jones. Yeah, that awesome artist, Jamie Jones. Jamie Jones has worked on countless cover art. He did such an beyond excellent job on the Hyperion Cantos by Dan Simmons' Curious King edition, and I cannot wait to see the cover art for the Godstained House. I have read the art brief being written by Christopher Ruocchio, and I cannot wait to see how the cover art turns out. And of course, reading the book, that's even more important. So that's pretty much it for the topic about books. For the last two topics, I want to talk about, well, TV show and also one anime, basically an adaptation. So for the first one, this is about Gael Song. Gael Song, or The Children of Gods and Fighting Men by Shauna Lawless, is being optioned for TV show adaptation. So that's pretty exciting. I heard many great things about this Irish historical fantasy series, and I guess I really need to get around to that. I think I own 4 books in the series now, the first trilogy and the beginning of the second era, which is Daughter of the Other World. So yeah, really need to get around to reading this character-driven historical fantasy series, and congratulations to Shauna Lawless for this news. Hopefully this ends up being adapted, because an option doesn't always means that the TV show adaptation has happened. Most of the time, actually, statistically, an option doesn't lead anywhere. But let's keep our fingers crossed that this one is going to happen and the adaptation will work really well. And another big news that just came up, this is about Hierarchy by James Islington. As many of you know, I'm a big fan of James Islington's work, whether it's the Lycanius trilogy or the Hierarchy series, which consists of, so far, The Will of the Many and The Strength of the Few. And the news is that it is getting a movie adaptation from Sony. So yeah, there is no stopping the rise of the Hierarchy series by James Islington, and I think everything about this is well deserved. The Will of the Many is a masterpiece, and also The Strength of the Few is another book of the year for me, and I'll be talking about that again in my book of the year video next month. And also I'll be interviewing James Islington this week. I hope any of you will tune into that one. I think it will be a spoiler-filled video, and yeah, looking forward to it. And this is great news. I want to congratulate James Islington for this success. It is absolutely well deserved. And finally, the last topic of today's video, this is about an anime adaptation for one of my favorite ongoing manga series, and this is for the Witch Hat Atelier by Kamome Shirahama, and the teaser is out now. The new teaser for this anime adaptation looks absolutely fantastic, and this is being released on 2026. So Coco, Kifri, and pretty much all the magic and the wonders of this manga series. I cannot wait to see them being animated. The teaser of the anime looks amazing. I will put the link in the description down below. You have to check it out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. That's the end of SFF Spotlight episode number 99. Not too many topics to cover in today's episode, but I expect SFF Spotlight episode 100 will contain many more topics. At least that's what I think, but we'll see. Anyway, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you who keep on supporting SFF Spotlight. It means a lot to me. You have no idea how much it means. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching and thank you for support. Bye bye. Lastly, I want to say thank you so much once again to all my patrons who keep on supporting me.